Welcome back to All Things EVM. My name is Aaron, and on this channel we talk about all things yield farming on the Ethereum network and compatible networks. Getting into my legacy portfolio for the yield farming co-op again this week. Want to keep you updated on this as we get into the possibility of getting you into our program, guys. We do have a 49 weeks to freedom challenge that gives you a way to possibly pay off a debt, get out of your 9-to-5, these sorts of things, or we have our basic membership going to be starting at $30 starting in November, but that includes a complimentary NFT that yields for you on those funds, so guaranteed a 7.5% yield on that NFT. Every single month you get that as a member in either of the programs, the 49-week challenge or the basic membership. So head over to the link in the description below to check that out. But meanwhile, let's get into the portfolio here. Last week, we actually underperformed my goal of $260 sending back to my PayPal account in order to pay off the loan that we started on this. Again, if you're not familiar with this portfolio, guys, I did open this up with $12,000 from a business line of credit loan that I got from PayPal just a couple of weeks ago, 5 weeks to be exact, and we've outperformed the expectations. The lowest yield that we had in a week was in week 3, where we made $266. But this week we only made $218. Thankfully, I did save some of the previous week's fees in order to cover that, and was able to pay myself just yesterday in order to send those funds to the PayPal loan in order to make these this portfolio I'd like to be mine. At the end of 52 weeks, it will be paid for. If I continue to hit my goals, I will be paid for clear of any sort of interest, and I can just farm with this and make it cash flow for myself in the long term. So that's my goal for the end of the year here, from about, let's say, it's we're closing in on 45 weeks now left in that cycle. So the portfolio only made 89% APR. Total bummer on that. Under 100 is unacceptable, guys, and I will be changing some of the pools this week, and I'll get into that at the end of this video. Looking at Prime to Weth was out of range most of the time, trying to stay out of eating some impermanent loss on this, and unfortunately ended up losing a couple $100 more, so ended up rearranging that today actually to see if we can get back into fees on that. And the goal of this is cash flow, so I really shouldn't be worried too much about impermanent loss, especially since though we ended the week with a loss of $775, the portfolio is currently sitting at $1,399, which is actually in the positive since we started with $12,500. So getting back into the portfolio, Prime to Wrapped ETH only made me $11. Phantom to Wrapped BNB on the Pancake Swap on the BNB chain made me $34, and my large part of the portfolio, $5,900 in BNB to Wrapped ETH on the Ethereum network, made me $120. It was the highest performing between the BNB to Wrapped ETH and the Pendle Wrapped ETH pool. Did decent, but not anywhere near where I'd like it to be. Really like to see 150 to 180% APRs on a weekly basis for these guys, and because of that, did not make the fees that I wanted. So getting into this week, going to be rearranging the Prime to Wrapped ETH pool, which I've already done. Made it a much smaller range inside and put it in range, guys. We'll be rearranging that in order to keep fees moving. Pendle Wrapped ETH is currently in range based on my current projections. It was out yesterday, but we're in today, doing well there. Phantom to Wrapped BNB has been in range for a long time, making decent APRs, but not super great. Only 65% last week. Would love to see that rise. May end up changing the pool on that. And then the BNB to Wrapped ETH pool has been underperforming since week 2, essentially. So let's look at previous price percentages here. 505% in the first week, 235% in the second week, down to 93 in the full week 2, I should say, and has been kind of up and back and forth lately. So I'm actually going to get out of this because it has been underperforming in general, and so I'm going to put half of it, I think, into a near wrapped BNB pool on the Pancake Swap DEX on the BNB chain. And then I'm going to also look at possibly getting into Pepe wrapped ETH on the ARB chain. Let's actually talk about this real quick. These are the tokens that I'm into right now. Pendle, Prime, Phantom, and then we're going to move into Near, and the last was Pepe, right? So, and the reason why I'm doing this specifically is because I want to be in different narratives. So Pendle being real world asset, Prime being gaming, Phantom being layer 1, Near being also layer 1, but it is related to AI, and then Pepe being a meme. I want to have exposure to these different categories, guys, and make sure that I don't have too many all in one. And so all of these are going to be, paired with some variable tokens, but the gas tokens on whatever chain that they're on. So ETH for Pendle on the Arbitrum chain, Prime to ETH on the base chain, Phantom to BNB on the BNB chain, Near to BNB on the BNB chain, and then Pepe to ETH makes this all variable, so they're all going to hopefully go up together. With that, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more content just like this. I hope to see you back next week as we continue to get into this portfolio. Again, check out the Yield Farming Co-op, our 49 Weeks to Freedom challenge, or the basic membership over there where we teach you how to yield farm in the crypto space on chain. So with that, again, check that link out below in the description, and have a great week. God bless.